with
Iron Dragon's
Iron
not even
Dragon
messing around.
auto banning the Morgana. They lose to it once. They've banned it every game since.
I think Smug Club is going to be making a mistake if they do not ban the Aphelios early. Just get rid of it. Don't mess around. Aphelios has the most picks and the most games won of any champion in the league. And it looks like we have a no ban.
Oh no, this could be awkward. Yeah, well, if they ever do ban somebody, they need to be banning alright, looks like we're having some technical difficulties. If they do ban somebody, yeah, there's the LeBlanc ban. And they need to ban Aphelios also.
So banning Darius and Garen out of Iron Dragon, targeting a top laner, and then removing Nautilus.
Yeah, I still think they should have banned Aphelios there. Yeah,
well, they've left
big
Aphelios
mistake.
open. Orin fits the Iron Dragon style so well. He is that late game champ that does survive his lane and then just makes the rest of the game nightmarish for the opposing team.
Absolutely. Set picked up in response.
It's a strong top lane option. Set's a pretty decent pick here. He can bully Ornn pretty well in lane, so assuming that's a top lane set, he can practically be played in any lane at this point.
Yeah, you can definitely see him support more often than not these days. Lucian picked up for the ADC slot. Feel like Ain't Your Mommy should just select the Aphelios here.
It feels pretty free at this point, but some jungle pressure is probably not a terrible idea either.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they get it before their next, the next bad phase, I imagine will be pretty solid.
Olaf's
not that they're
safe pick.
Yeah.
There's the Aphelios.
There it is.
Olaf's a safe pick to grab. You aren't worried about a bad jungle encounter. There are a couple of champions that are decent against Olaf, but overall, he's a safe jungle pick to go with early. You don't hate it.
Malzahar picked up for the mid lane, presumably of Smug Club. Malzahar support hasn't been a thing in a very long time, but, you know, it could be time for a comeback.
So, we're going into the second wave of pick bans. Syndra is a reasonable ban. I think they should also be considering what supports they want to remove. Thresh probably should go if they want to let the Aphelios get by, or they need to pick Thresh early. Yuumi is the other support that you probably don't want running around.
Yeah, most things that peel for Aphelios are bad for Smug Club, so definitely be looking more in that direction with their last ban here.
Getting rid of that.
Like they were. Go ahead.
Getting rid of that Evelyn's a pretty interesting pick. The Smug Club hasn't selected their jungler, and JP Vance has shown a wide variety of AP jungle options. I think this is a decent ban out by Iron Dragon.
Yeah, I don't dislike it. The Galio ban from Smug Club, I think, is interesting. Definitely really targeting Eye Candy here, digging deep to try to limit his pool. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. As
it's really difficult to actually ban out a mid laner at this point. I think targeted bans, you got rid of the LeBlanc, you got rid of the Syndra, that's probably enough.
Yeah, you definitely got rid of his like first picks in most scenarios. This is a really good hover. I like Karma here. Give you a lot of peel for the Aphelios. You have got the root, you've got shields, you can do the empowered shield to give him extra move speed. I like it.
Karma's a decent pick. I think it's going to matter what this bottom lane actually ends up looking like. Our last pick could either be a top lane or a support, and it's a Braum.
Well, that's interesting.
So we'll be looking at a Twisted Fate Malzahar mid lane matchup straight out of Season 1.
Yeah, that's that harkens back right there. Looking at this draft, Iron Dragon has done a absolutely prototypical Iron Dragon draft. It's late game with the Ornn and the Aphelios. I'm Candy's on a really big playmaking champion with high mobility, able to get across the map for a whole lot of inner lane interaction. And your mommy picking up a... What's my prediction?
I want to make a prediction.
Okay.
You're going to predict Iron Dragon, and you're going to predict them at like 28 minutes.
Actually, I was going to go with like 26.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Iron Dragon has a powerful Iron Dragon draft here. There's a lot of focus on the late game. There's a lot of focus on empowering their carries, and I Am Candy will be all over the map. That you don't pick Twisted Fate without planning on being in other people's spaces. Smug Club definitely has some early game power here. Ringar can definitely get way out of hand very quickly. They have a lot of carry potential from jungle, mid, and bottom lane, and then just good tanky front line with plenty of engage. So this is a decent draft on both sides.
Yeah, I like both team comps. The Lucian Braum combo straight out of like Season 7, Season 8, feels really good. Lucian really good at proccing Braum's passive. The Ringar is a solid assassin-y. I'm gonna invade, I'm gonna steal, I'm gonna come in behind you. I'm gonna pick up your carry before you have a chance to interact. Set's just a solid front line that's like impossible to kill. You get him low, he pops a big shield that does true damage. Alright, you get in his face and he gets in your face even more. It's a solid draft, I think, from both teams. I really like it. And, just really a matter of...
There is a lot here to lock down Aphelios and just delete him from the map. And I think that's going to be their plan. Just get pressure on Ligelou and then just delete him from the map. He's carried this team several times now. I Am Candy has also been very important, but they are set up to remove the carries.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's Iron Dragon. They're so technically proficient, and they bring themselves together in the late game. I think if this gets past that 27-minute mark, we're just looking at Iron Dragon dominating towards the end.
Yeah, if we hit 27 minutes, this game is going to very quickly spiral out of the control of Smug Club. Whether they played well up to that point or not, they're just going to be outscaled here. That being said, their chance to win here is early. I like the Ringar pick here into Olaf. If Ain't Your Mommy does the very typical Olaf thing of getting super low during his clear, you have a very good chance of just leaping onto him and killing him before he has a chance to lifesteal back. So definitely, if JP Vince gets some pretty effective counter jungling here and limits at your mummy. It's a pretty good plan. One thing I want to check. I'm honestly surprised that Lai Jialu didn't take cleanse here.
As well, I was looking at summoner spells, and I'm Candy with teleport and flash. Lai Jialu with flash heal, which cleanse might have been a reasonable choice with a Malzahar on the other team.
Malzahar, Braum, Bringar capable of doing his nonsense with the Bola.
The root, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if that bites him in the tail.
Well, there's always a QSS if you get too desperate.
Very true.
So, do we think that either team is going to go for that deep invade?
I mean, I want them to. I love level 1 fights. I think they're the best part of the game. Well, Smug Club pinging their topside jungle here.
Well, moving as a
So it
group,
doesn't.
they look like they're getting ready for some kind of invade while Iron Dragon comes into that 5 point.
Yeah, Ain't Your Mommy looking to get his deep ward, takes a very safe path. The step up's gonna come 2 ticks down, the stun goes down, and that's first blood onto the Ringar. Very nice. That's kind of what you want to be doing there.
Turns out it wasn't that safe.
Yeah.
We saw 2 flashes and... Or no, we saw a flash, 2 flashes and 2 ignites getting extended on that kill.
Yeah, but Ringar gets to start with an extra item, so...
Yeah, that sword will help that clear speed a lot.
Yeah, and now he just needs to continue that path. So I want to see him go his red buff into the enemy jungle. Just go straight into it, catch him on... Or catch Ain't Your Mommy on his blue. He should be pretty low by that point due to Olaf's normal clear pattern. So we'll have to see how he plays it out, but I think that's what you want to do as Smug Club in order to get ahead here.
Now we've seen Ornns be pretty aggressive on the top lane. Lotto Chess, hard to say that's what he's going to be doing, but
we'll have our screen fixed here in just a second, as it appears that we are currently on the wrong screen. There we go. Hopefully our players didn't happen to miss that absolutely enjoyable level 1 experience. If not, I'm sure it will make it to the highlight reel. It's not often we get to see Ain't Your Mommy popped level 1.
Full respect to Ain't Your Mommy for saving his flash, not just trying to desperate get away. That was an impressive just discipline on his part.
Yeah, sometimes you have to value your flash versus your life. And that equation isn't always super simple.
Small little exchange in top lane shows Temporal Deity walking away with more life. But I think they're still pretty evenly matched up there.
Out here in bot lane, Iron Dragon is playing incredibly aggressive, poking down their opponents repeatedly.
Unfortunately, it's not paying off CS wise. I mean, it's only 2 minions. That'll even out in a wave, but Lolifer is definitely keeping his cool under that pressure.
Now, don't be afraid, or don't forget, I should say, that you also need to factor in Braum CS here, because every CS deck that Angeloid picks up is going straight into the pocket of Lolifure here. So, currently it's a 10 CS lead. But Angeloid is in a pickle here, getting super low. Lai Lu working his way up. Hacksaw looking for the solo kill. Will get it. Or not Lai Lu, Hacksaw. The slow ghost, or the gravitum shot goes down onto Lolifure. Is going to pop heal. Hacksaw super low in a bad position. Going to try to duke it out, but Lolifure's just barely going to get the kill. Survive off of the Triumph stack as TPs are popped. Lotto Chest coming down here, wants to get the hard engage. We'll get that kill picked up. We'll get a second kill, but he is now 2v1 in a bad position. Will fall. And that kill will go right back into the pocket of JP Vance. Going to go ahead and flash the mastery emote while he's at it. And first drag looks like it's going to be going to Smug Club, as a rapid-fire exchange results in very little difference across the board.
I mean, it was a 3-for-3 a 3-for-3 fight, but the dragon definitely makes this in favor of Smug Club. Temporal Deity's use of just following Lotto Chest down there made the difference. They might be out a lot of summoner spells, but they got gold off of those spells.
Very true. And your mom getting a little frisky here. Knows that he's safe on this pink ward.
Up in the top lane, Lolochess is abusing his slight level advantage.
Well, down in bot lane, we have a gank coming in. Ain't Your Mommy going in super hard, but it's going to die for the effort. Angeloid taking a lot of damage here in order to keep his carry alive, but will eventually fall, as well as I'm Candy's going to take the second to ult down here into the bot lane, picking up that kill for Lai Lu.
It was a sloppy gank. I think Ain't Your Mommy was seriously overestimating his survivability and underestimating the amount of damage that was down there.
So up top lane, looks like we have an engage coming off, as a Temporal Deity may have bitten off a little bit more than a chew. Call of the Forge God will be called out, but nothing will really come from it. Oh, that was cheeky. Kill down bot lane. Lai Lu getting super aggressive, wanting to get in on some hot killing action. Kills under tower, picking up Lolifure, and another kill in his pocket.
That was clean. That was a very clean kill under tower. Using that long range ult to just poke him down, get him low, flashed in, secured the kill. We're starting to see everybody reach level 6 outside of the... Lolifer's still 5, Angeloid's still 4, Haxel's still 4. You're seeing an experience deficit on Smug Club, and they're about a K behind, which is unfortunate because they're up a dragon, they're Titan kills.
Ooh, down bot lane, looks like we have another fight going down. Angeloid eating a lot of damage here. Playing melee supports into these super pokey, super grindy ADCs always feels so difficult. But Looks like Smug Club is going to answer this with a Rift Herald. Should be pretty straightforward. Easy pick. As Ain't Your Mommy's going to try to ult his way in and cause some minor aggravation. JP Vent's getting in on this. The ult from Malzahar coming out, followed by the Temporal Deity dropping the ult on the set. Stun goes down onto the Malzahar. The Imposter's in a bad spot. Looks like he's going to eventually fall here in a second. As Lalo Chess gets up another kill into his pocket. There's the knockup onto JP Vents. Hacksaw's here looking to get the kill secured, and Temporal Deity is in a bad spot. He should have just backed off earlier, but looks like he will dance away with his life. Another rapid fire exchange. This one decidedly into the advantage of Iron Dragon, as Lai Lu finds himself in a really bad position. Hacksaw trying his best to face tank for him, but it's not going to be enough. All if you pops the ult, Hacksaw just standing there realizing he's dead. Why fight it?
So, in the end, that probably comes out very much in the favor of Smug Club. It was a sloppy fight. I think Ain't Your Mommy engaging with ult was a mistake. You lose a lot of survivability on Olaf when you pop your ult like that. You forget that it has the passive armor and magic resist, and you want to use that to escape the ults of any Malzahar, and the Imposter just waited, held it, fired it off as soon as that Ragnarok was over. That was something that cost them, but the rotation from bottom lane definitely worked out.
Yeah, looks like Smug Club looking to pick up their second dragon here. As I'm Candy ults into the back line, JP Vent's in a poor position. The Olaf ult is popped. He is unstoppable, chasing it down. Wants this JP Vents, who's going to pop an ult of his own. Stun card goes off. JP Vent's super low, going to flash out and keep his life. As the rest of team Smug Club rounds up towards middle here to defend. They're really playing the objectives better than Iron Dragon, and that is a sentence I don't often say.
Interestingly, Temporal Deity has the Shelly, so that might just get fired off on top lane right before it expires. But he has no vision around him. Temporal Deity is just blind to anything happening nearby.
Yeah, that's something that is a bit of a problem, as down bot lane, Hacksaw and Lai Lu are slowly sieging their way through this turret.
I think I see one red ward on this map and 3 yellow trinkets.
That's an odd mix, as looks like Shelly's going to be dropped up here in top lane. Temporal Deity looking to just get some gold off of it, as Lala Chess is looking for this fight. He's ready for it. Has his jungler here, and your mommy looking kind of oof. Lala Chess going a little bit deep there. JP Vents is here to get that kill secured. As Smug Club is performing incredibly well, still behind in gold, but Smug Club definitely not slacking.
Their CS has been pretty abysmal this game. They're about 20 CS behind in every lane, but their objective control has been on point.
Angeloid super low here. This fight's kind of turning against him, as Olafier's probably about to die. Lai Lu looking to pick up the kill. I'm Candy's here as well. Flash is burned, but the stun card goes off anyway. It's not enough to get away. Angeloid walking under tower. It doesn't, or has enough minions to keep him safe, as there is nothing to tank minion shots. But JP Vents is looking to get some action in. I'm Candy out of position. Blast Gun is used, and JP Vents is primed and ready to secure that kill into a second kill. JP Vents looking really good on this Rengar.
It has been an impressive sight. His pressure has been really felt.
Lalo Chess, up here more or less free to chunk plates off of this tower. Temporal Knight is finally going to make it up here to defend, get a little bit more CS of his own.
So we're waiting on objectives to come back. We'll have a Rift Herald in the near future, which will probably be something that JP Vince is getting ready for. He's had a strong feel for this map, so the only
Up in
problem.
top lane.
Oh, go ahead.
Hate to interrupt you, but we have another skirmish going out. It turns into a wet noodle fight, but lots of health was traded before that.
We're still seeing we're starting to see a little more vision coming out from Smug Club. They're using their resources a little more wisely, but it's still all on bottom lane. There's no effort to ward top at all.
Yeah, Temporal Diary definitely looks to be on an island here, as Lalo Chess does a really hard engage onto him. Call of the Forge God coming off. Ooh, but a well-timed ult from the set is going to keep that from mattering. But Temporal Diary is still probably going to die here. Pops a pot, just try to keep it going as a little bit longer. Lalo Chess super low. I don't know where this fight's going to go. And it is eventually to the favor of the set. While there's a fight down here by Dragon Pit, I'm Candy, super low, but the imposter's going to fall first. Braum pops ult, Angel looking to fight this out. Stun's about to, not going to land actually. Is that your mommy? Going to back away to safety. Lullafier out of position here. Fails the dash on the... Ooh, no. Just barely picked off. That was super unfortunate, although I'm pretty sure Blue Buff would have secured that kill either way. This dragon, unlike the previous two, actually going to go to the side of Iron Dragon.
That was a pretty sloppy fight from Smug Club. They weren't really working together. I think when you see yourself suddenly the only thing alive as a Malzahar, and you're just ulting somebody, it might be time to stop and just get out.
Yeah, Shelly the new target now, as Smug Club going to pick up the second one of the game. Once again, it's going to go on to this set, which I think is kind of curious, as that means it's almost guaranteed to go in at top lane at some point.
Well, Set's already secured his tower, so they might be considering a lane switch or something like that in the near future. But they need to do something to catch up on gold. They look strong just from kills.
Speaking
from
of looking strong, Hacksaw is picked off here after a very cheeky bush gank, but Angeloid's eating a ton of damage. All if you're looking to get the kill and will eventually get there. That felt really sloppy from both sides, although Angeloid danced on the edge of dead there for quite a while. Laishai Lu probably should have just backed off.
Angeloid was using his kit pretty effectively, just soaking that damage, protecting his carry.
And with that kill, gold is now dead even.
It's definitely been a sloppy game coming out so far. There's been some misplays, some just technical errors coming from both sides.
Speaking of technical errors, Ain't Your Mommy in a very odd position here. Will get out, though, using the unstoppable of his ultimate to make sure he survived all the CC coming his way. Shelly is dropped up in top lane, going to get the charge off.
I hate to see Shelly used there. It might have been a lot better to be able to put that into mid lane.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it would have been more proactively used elsewhere.
However, I would feel uncomfortable with Temporal Deity right now. You're really, really far up. And you have no idea where this Olaf is. And you found him.
Yep. Speaking of uncomfortable, Lilith, you're in quite the 2v1 here. Looks to be picking up Hacksaw with a very cleanly handled 2v1. Super nice. Well done. I thought he was dead there. Elijah Liu was doing a great job of sieging him under tower, but he very quickly turned that fight to his own favor.
Is definitely holding his own this game. And that is 2 unanswered towers in the favor of Smug Club. It looks like we're about to have a engage in the jungle.
Ooh, Lala Chess in a very poor position here, going to get picked off very quickly. Iron Candy looks to be dying next, going to have to flash his way out. The Olaf is unstoppable in the enemy line, but it's not going to matter. He's going to get picked off. That's a dead Karma as well. Iron Candy looking to get away, but he's not going to quite get there. Elijah has to flash to get out, and that was a incredibly one-sided fight to the side of Smug Club. Iron Dragon looking in a very poor position right now.
That's the kind of fight that tells you this match is getting pretty close to over. They're going to be able to secure probably 2 towers out of this. If this had been on the other side of the map, that would have been barren.
Looks like it still might be, as Smug Club is running pretty straightforward towards it.
They're probably going to push down this middle tower.
Yeah, that does look to be the call.
Which, that'll give them a 4-tower lead. 4 unanswered towers at 21 minutes.
And 5k gold. Or 4k gold. I can math. As another fight starts to break out, the imposter getting really low here and some real danger of dying, and he will eventually die as the Olaf starts to do some real damage. Unstoppable is popped, but it's not quite going to be enough to get him into the enemy line. He has to run out as the third dragon will, or fourth dragon of the game, but third dragon of, or for Smug Club will be collected.
This time Smug Club just does a graceful back out now. They have a lot of gold in their pockets. They're going to pick up some power spikes.
Yeah, but with that fight, the gold lead went from 4,000 to just over 2,000.
There's sizable bounties being developed now. Lawfer is worth 500 gold, so his next death is going to really help Iron Dragon if they can get onto him. So we're probably going to see just a normal split push setup now, just trying to get things set up, waiting and looking for an opportunity to push objectives.
I beg to differ. This looks like a bush gank if I've ever seen one.
Yep. That might be the opportunity to push some objectives.
Yeah, popping ult on Lotto Chess, so to guarantee that he gets out. JP Vince looking for the backline here, wants to leap in, but you're probably just going to pop the sweeper to guarantee that he knows where he is when he starts to come close.
Yeah, it's a 13 now. He should soon be able to start upgrading some major items on his team. I think that Aphelios Infinity Edge really needs to become a Molten Edge.
Yeah, it would definitely do to get him the extra damage there. But here comes the point where Iron Dragon can start to claw the way out. The ultra late game scaling cop that they also typically tend to draft could be their saving grace here. As a kill is picked up, Ringar, JP Vent's looking, or getting the pick off there, could spell disaster, as it's going to give Smug Club the opportunity to get extra wards out.
I think it's going to give them the opportunity to taunt a Baron.
Yeah. I'm Candy popping the ult off of Twisted Fate. Destiny used to give vision here. See where the enemy is, as it looks to be a fight, but I don't think you want to fight this fight in the jungle if you are Smug Club.
Outpoked here, and that's, I think, a small part of this team comp that might be missed out. They have a lot of just ranged poke on Iron Dragon. They can skirmish this all day.
Yeah, this is not the position that Smug Club wants to be in for this dance, as allowing Lai Jialu to get access to multiple targets sounds like a terrible idea.
And he is half health the bottom lane of Smug Club, just farming.
Meanwhile, I'm Candy taking this opportunity to go out down bot lane and get some CS. His ult's down here, so he can't really join in on a fight if it does break out.
It looks like the Smug Club is now setting up, getting ready for this upcoming dragon. This is their sole point. They really want to get this dragon nice and secured. They probably don't want any drama around it.
Yeah, but this is the kind of fight that Iron Dragon's comp really seems to favor. And it's going to be interesting as Ayrmobby decides that it's time to go in. Angeloid popping the ult off of the Braum, trying to force this to stall out some. Angeloid having to flash out. Temporal Deity getting into the backline. That is a super tanky set. But JP Vince is going to be caught. He doesn't have a bush to jump in and out of. And this fight is quickly leaving the hands of Smug Club, as Lalochess is just an absolute dominating force. I'm Candy getting a lot of damage in. Temporal Deity just looking to maybe get a revenge kill in all this. But triple kill to I'm Candy and probably the Dragon here, as that was an ace for Iron Dragon. That is a super unfortunate fight there.
We're getting to that 27-minute mark. This is the area where, like I said, if we get past this point, it's going to slip away from Smug Club. They had a lot of advantages early on, but now they don't even have the gold lead anymore. And Loliver did a lot there. He came close to evening that out, but activated abilities just got the best of him.
It looks like a member of Smug Club having to leave here, apparently due to work issues, had to go and get that handled. Rather unfortunate, but I think that spells the end of this game. The final nail in the coffin. Our players will probably look to play it out, as they do still want to try to win. But things don't look good. Lullafier out of position here, going to get picked off. Temporal Deity, same thing, trying to 1v6, but it's not going to be enough. JP Vance looking for a last stand, will eventually die. And Oh, looks like they just went for the surrender, a graceful bow out. Has life happened, and that spells a victory, which felt inevitable at this
It, it was
point.
it was definitely turning against Iron Dragon. Smug Club had a very strong chance there. They managed to push pretty far ahead in a lot of areas, but not. They dominated some team fights, but they just didn't manage to push it long enough and fast enough to win. I think the point that might have cost them might have been the biggest mistake. They were playing around that Baron. They had just killed Haxall and then didn't engage the Baron, didn't go for that fight. They just kind of dallied around for a few minutes. And Haxall came back. They started getting poked down. They had to back off. That might have been the point that I think cost them the most. A
Yeah,
little,
uh,
just a little more decisiveness.
very unfortunately true, as this will be the final loss, or not the final loss, the a win for Iron Dragon. Um, Looking at the damage charts for a second, the Aphelios doing the lion's share of damage in the game, but for a very long time there, um, the Lucian on Lalafure was super far ahead.
I think this might have been the best game I've seen Lalafor play. It was
Oh, absolutely.
it was crisp. He was contributing very well. There was a lot of pressure on bottom lane. Bottom lane was definitely the contended lane this match, but he held his own. His CS might not have kept up, but his pressure did. I mean, the scoreline tells you that 11-6-6. That's 17 kill participants. So that is well above anyone else on his team.
Absolutely. Uh, Definitely giving props to Smug Club. Their performance today was actually incredibly good, and I really hope to see more of that out of them as we continue into the League Series. Speaking of which, it looks like we will not be having an interview from any of the players following this game, which means that we should probably cut to break here for a second so we can get our next game lined up, ready, and cooking so we can show you some nice, hot, fresh league action.
Hot, fresh league action.